February the 1st of 2024. Hello, this is Andre Battles of How and Why, the Bible Answer Guy, and it's another devotional from our book, Jesus Calling. Follow Jesus one step at a time. Follow Jesus one step at a time. That is all he is requiring of you. In fact, that is the only way to move through this space-timed world. You see mountains looming and you start wondering, how are you going to scale those heights? Meanwhile, because you're not looking where you're going, you stumble on the easy path where I am leading you right now. Wow. As I help you get back on your feet, you will tell me how worried you are about the cliffs up ahead, but you don't know what will happen today, much less tomorrow. Our path may take an abrupt turn, leading you away from these mountains that you fear. There may be an easier way up the mountain than what is visible to your sight. If I do lead you up the mountain, I will equip you for the struggle ahead. I will even give my angels charge over you to preserve you on your way. Keep your mind on the present journey and enjoy my presence. Walk by faith and not by sight, trusting me to open up the path ahead as you go. This devotional talked about the path that we are walking now on this earth, and that we see mountains or trouble up ahead. And it is so true. You know, we kind of predict or begin to even brace ourselves for the trouble that's coming, even though it hadn't come yet, and even though it perhaps may never come. We are living in that trouble in the present before we ever get to it. Things like the rent that needs to be paid, things like a car note, things like when am I going to find a husband or a wife, things like finding a job. We prepare ourselves for the worst, and then we steal from ourselves the joy of the present moment. In fact, the devotional said, because you're not looking where you're going, you stumble on the easy path where Jesus is leading you now. Wow, that was profound. He is already leading us. Do you believe and trust that? When you don't believe and trust it, then you're worrying about what's ahead. You're worrying about what's behind, your mother's treatment of you when you were a child, your father's treatment of you, the abuse, the sexual abuse, whatever the case. You're so worried about it that you are allowing all of those things and even the thoughts of the future to worry your soul away from peace on the path that God has placed you on currently. So you're stumbling on that simple path because you're worried about yesterday and you're worried about tomorrow. Jesus says, follow him one step at a time. Stop going ahead of yourself and stop trying to hit the rewind button and go back. Live in this moment. Let him be your shield. Let him be your guide. And look, dealing with the past means that you've got to embrace it and face it. And many of us think that if we brush it under a rug, if we don't talk about it, if we isolate that thought out of our mind, that it's not going to affect us. But that's why we're cold. That's why we're mean. That's why we don't know how to talk. That's why we're not friendly. That's why we're always depressed, because we need to release it. Let God be your shield and follow him right now on the path that you're on. Well, once again, this is Andre Battles with another devotional from our book, Jesus Calling. And as always, I'm going to encourage you, hit the share button, copy and paste the link, share it in your text messages fields, share it in your Facebook post, share it in your Facebook Messenger, share with family members, friends, loved ones, church friends, whoever, anyone that would be encouraged by this video. I'm encouraging you to let's see the amount of views grow as a result of you being blessed and sharing your blessings with someone else. And I will see you right here tomorrow on February the 2nd.